Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Inspire Radio. You're here with Jack.
And Danny.
And we have a special guest joining us today. Stephen, it's so nice to meet you.
Jack, Danny, thanks so much for having me.
Oh, this is our pleasure. We've been waiting for this because I've been excited about this all morning, telling my mum about this.
I'm
very not
flattered.
joking.
Pride and Peel or me?
Especially about the Pride, because I do have a confession to make.
Oh.
Last year, in 2021, I went to a Mardi Gras
Did you?
party, and I got to meet some of the drag queens. I'm not joking.
Did you go to Perth Pride or?
The Perth Pride, yes.
Oh, right, at Gloucester Park?
Yes, and there was some music playing, got to meet some of the drag queens, and I also got to see some of the other costumes go by. It was really great.
Oh, it was been such a good vibe. I was actually down south for that. I was so sad I missed it because it's the first time it's actually been at a place like that, you know, because of COVID and everything. So it would have been a great vibe. So I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I know. I even got dressed up, had makeup and mascara on
Did
my
you?
eyes and
How cool.
everything. I decided I wanted to glam up a little bit.
I love a bit of glam myself. It's all good.
Me too. One of my favourite drag queens I love the most is Courtney Act.
Oh, yes, Courtney.
I'm a big fan of Courtney Act.
Yes. I think, is she, Eurovision's next week, I think.
Yes.
So I don't know if Courtney's over there again. I'm not sure.
Yes, I believe she is because she wanted to perform live. So I think she is thinking of doing Eurovision again. I heard a rumour.
Yeah, I did too. We need to get across that a bit more, don't we?
Yeah. But no, this is such an honour to have you here, like I said. I've just got one question to ask you so I can get to know you a bit better.
Sure.
How long have you been doing the Pride and Peel business for? I'm a little curious.
So, well, Pride and Peel actually... So, just to give you a bit of background on me. So, I grew up in Pinjarra, a country town. I'm sure you've heard of Pinjarra before, have you?
Yeah, I have.
Oh, good. So, I grew up there, a very small town at the time. I went to Pinjarra Primary and High School, and then I actually decided when I was 18 that I didn't actually know what I wanted to do for a profession. So I decided to pack my bags and move to London for a few years at 18. And there I saw how amazing and how open and how diverse the community is in London, and especially Soho, and I wanted to bring that something a little bit of tad of that back to Mandurah. So I moved back when I was about 21, so I'm 28 now, so 29 this year, so about 8 years ago, and then I teamed up with a local business in Mandurah, and we put on the first Pride event, which was a very small one. It was only about 100 people, but it was the first time that anyone had ever done anything like that in the region. And from there, it grew each year. So we did 2 consecutive years. And then we also had the marriage plebiscite. Is that what it was called? The marriage yes debate, yes or no. And, of course, that got passed, which was amazing. So we had a big celebration about that as well. And the next step for Pride and Peel was actually, I knew there was a lot more work to be done across, not just about having drag queens and having a big party. There was a lot of work to be done in, mental health, in the trans community. There was so much work to be done. So then we actually became incorporated. So we became a not-for-profit. So that was the next phase of Pride and Peel. That's where we're kind of in that motion now.
Yeah, it does sound fun when you put it like that. I mean, a lot of people believe in Pride. I mean, I like going there for the fun and to support the local community and letting them know how much I want to spread my awareness, for letting them know that it's okay to be who you are as a person, because I believe that every single person should be able to spread their sexuality, and not that there's anything wrong with that.
That's right, and it's about making people feel safe as much as they can be in their environment and in this town and region, wherever they are, as you say.
Yeah, I think making them feel safe, calm, and making sure they're doing the right thing just by being protected is what's most important here. So I believe we should focus on the positives by just looking after ourselves and just being who we are as a person. I mean, what do you think, Danny?
Oh, yeah, it's good because you just got to educate the sort of the younger generation and stuff, because I know a lot of old people have a lot of prejudice over stuff like that, and so it's just like building, that that next generation where everything's free flowing. As like London is just so different, you know. They're so like way steps ahead of us, but here it's quite old fashioned, it's old state.
Yeah, and you know what? I've met and talked to a lot of people over the years, and a lot of it's to do with education. A lot of people just don't know how to act or how to respond or how to adapt, and it's about talking about it and educating them in the best way we can, and to help them understand a lot too, because a lot of people don't understand. You know, as you say, everyone's been in their own backyard for a long time in a lot of regional towns and stuff in this state. So, it's about educating people as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want people to learn that when people try to go and just spread their sexuality, that there's nothing wrong with that, and they should be able to be who they are. I mean, people would have questions, yes, and that's fine, but I don't want people thinking, oh, that there's nothing wrong with that, because there isn't. I want people to be happy for who they are as a person. I'm pretty sure you can agree with that, so we can be on the same page.
Yeah, of course. You know, you got to be happy in your own skin, and we should all be happy for each other. You know, especially what's going on in the world at the moment, you know.
Yeah, especially with all this COVID-19 business. I mean, I'll admit, it's all hit us pretty hard and left us at a really raw, sticky place, but we're managing to get through COVID-19 by taking every step slowly, by practicing our 1.5 meter social distancing, washing our hands, and always being there for others who need us the most.
I just got out yesterday, actually, from the COVID.
Did you? I had it a couple of weeks ago.
How was yours? Nothing? Or?
No, actually, I was quite ill.
Really?
A lot of my friends
everyone.
would say that I was a bit of a sook, which I say, you know, until you're actually, you know, in the moment. But I probably had a good 3 days where I was like, there was one day I wasn't keeping down fluids where I was a bit worried, where I thought, oh, hang on a minute, maybe I will be one of these numbers in the hospital. But I wasn't in the end. I overcome it. But everyone's different, you know. I have met people that are a lot older than me that don't even have any symptoms at all, but they test because their relative or something's had it, and then they're positive anyway. So you just don't know.
My grandma was like 85 and she had it and she was fine.
Yeah,
she was right. So it's just
So I think it's all dependent on. It's weird how it all works, but we're powering through it, aren't we?
Yeah. I remember when I got my third vaccination, I'll admit I was nervous about it at first with good reason, but I knew the only way I would get through it is by thinking positively about this situation and making sure I can just, look, whatever result I'll get, it'll just be a result, and what's the point of worrying about it when you can just think about everything so much more positively and with a good attitude. You've got to have a good attitude to believe in yourself, because everything else is such a waste of time and a waste of energy.
Yeah, sure. And, you know, going back to your point about isolation, I mean, that particularly has hit probably a lot of different people and communities, but, you know, talking about the LGBTI community, people are already feeling isolated if they've been kicked out of home for coming out, or, you know, a number of issues and things which we're going to touch on in a new show, which is coming to the station as well, which we can talk about in a sec. But, it's just about remembering that a lot of people have been through a tough time already, and then the last 2-3 years have been even worse for them. So that's what Pride in Peel is doing with our upcoming Pride Week, you know, spreading love and joy, and making sure we make as many people in the region feel safe and welcome as possible.
So where's that is that like in the city sort of thing, or is it
it's mainly based out of Mandurah at the moment. I mean, as we just talked about COVID's been a bit of a crazy time trying to plan anything. I mean, we actually became incorporated as a board in 2020. When did the pandemic start? Was it 21?
Yeah, 2021.
2019.
Sorry. So we became
2019.
incorporated. Sorry, we actually
2019,
became incorporated in 2019. We started the process of building the board, but then 2020, we obviously were going to decide to do a huge amount of events and things in the region, but then COVID hit. So, so now we're kind of, even now because of WA, now we're going through our own wave of things. We've had to be very careful of what we do. So instead of, we're trying to just basically piggyback or incorporate many existing venues as possible during that week instead of trying to plan big events outdoors and stuff, because it's still not possible at the moment. Hopefully it will be next year.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
I thought it was now, though. I thought there's like no masks and
it is, but the problem is with these events and things you plan, you need a good 6 to 12 months planning time. So to go and plan it and not know what next year's going to look like is very difficult.
Yeah.
So that's why it's like a ripple effect. But we're managing to power through that. So do you want to talk about what's coming up? Shall I talk about that?
Yeah, of course. I'm really feeling really excited to hear about this. So yes, please go ahead.
So basically, Pride Week is from the 13th of May till the 20th. The reason why we choose that week is because Ida Hoppet Day falls in that period. So it's not something out of, what is it, Star Wars or something when you hear Ida Hoppet? What is it, Star Wars? I don't know. Everyone goes, oh, that sounds very... No, Ida Hoppet actually...
I don't know.
Do you know what Ida Hoppet stands for?
No.
So Ida Hoppet is International Day Against Homophobia, Biphobia, Interphobia and Transphobia. So it marks 32 years ago that the World Health Organization actually removed homosexuality as a classification as a disease. So only 32 years ago, the World Health Organization still classified homosexuality as a disease. So we kind of celebrate that day every year now with Ida Hoppet Day to say, you know, thank goodness we don't have such a barbaric... it's just
back then.
It's terrible.
They had chemicals, wasn't it? They gave you chemicals or something.
Oh, I don't even want to even
it's
start
terrible.
to think about it.
Terrible.
But so basically, that's why we do it. So it actually falls on May 17, which is the Tuesday. So we turn it into a week's worth of celebrations. So on the actual day itself, on May 17th, so Tuesday, we've actually got a rainbow cruise. So the Mandurah Bridge, we've worked in with the City of Mandurah, actually lights up rainbow. So you know how they've got the new bridge in Mandurah now that actually lights up rainbow, and we actually jump on board a Mandurah cruise, and then we float around the canals. We have a drag queen on board. We have a DJ on board.
Sounds like he's...
Yeah, I'll have to get you a ticket, I think.
Eh?
Might have to get you on that. And basically, we just have a really fun night, a few drinks, drag show, and a DJ on deck, literally. And then we park up in front of the bridge in the water, and then the drag queen will do a show, and then we've got the rainbow lights as the backdrop.
Is the bridge the big one?
Yeah, the big one, the brand new Mandurah Bridge. Yeah, it's pretty specky.
Yeah,
it's been up there. I think it's been up for about a year or even maybe 2 now. We're still called new, I suppose.
Yeah. Oh no, it's a big bridge though. It's a big bridge.
Yeah.
To get some eyes looking at that for sure.
So we've got that on the Tuesday. But going back to the 13th, kicking it all off, we've got an op shop ball. So you can head down to your local op shop and support them and buy yourself an outfit and come to the op shop ball at Bar Therapy in Mandurah, which is on the water there as well. So that's happening on Friday the 13th from 7 o'clock. So we've got that. So there'll be like prizes for best and worst dressed. There'll be DJ as well. So that's good fun. Then we've also got a family fun day, which is happening on the Saturday the 14th as well. So that's at the Greenfields Family and Community Centre. So we do a free sausage sizzle for everyone. Come down, bring the family down. We've got a drumming circle, so you can get on and play the drums. That's really cool. We've got a DJ there as well. We're all about the music, like the music. Got games, prizes, even a face painter. Just fun for the whole family. So that's a good fun day out as well.
Yeah, that does sound fun, and especially that cruise. That's gotten me thinking about it.
Yes. So
and that's all on Facebook as well.
Everything's on Facebook. So if you head to Pride in Peel, Incorporated on Facebook, so just Pride in Peel Inc. All the events are on there. So we've also got a drag queen bottomless brunch. We've got a coffee catch up. We've also got, there's so much happening. We've got a dinner show. We've got a drag queen doing a diva show at stage door. It's all going on.
Is that so? That's all in that
all
one
going
week?
off.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Damn.
Cool. It's gonna be a crazy week.
It is for me. I'm busy at the moment planning.
Yeah. I definitely am interested in that cruise though. I will hold my thought to that and give it some thought. Maybe getting myself a ticket.
I might even get you one. I think that'd be cool.
Yes.
I think he'd like all of it. All of it sounds down his alley. He's always talking to me about the thing in the city you went to. He put eye shadow on.
I'm obsessed with drag queens.
Yeah.
Aren't they? So, you know what? I've
Yes.
become friends with so many of them now, and they still amaze me to this day. Do you watch RuPaul's Drag Race?
I haven't seen it, but I have seen a preview.
I think you should get into it, especially there's the Aussie one as well you've got, and the UK one's really good too.
Is it that one that Space launched on Netflix?
It's on Stan.
Stan, I'll have to give that a
Yeah.
look and give it a preview to see what goes. But there's this other drag queen I know called RuPaul, yes.
Yes.
And this other celebrity, he's not a drag queen, but just a celebrity. You might know him, Joel Creasy.
Oh, I love Joel Creasy.
Yeah, I like listening to him on Nova with Kate and Tim.
Yeah, he's really cool. And he's really funny too. I've
Yeah.
seen his stand-up show. It's very funny. He's a Perth boy too.
Yeah, he actually represents the Mardi Gras parade with Norelda Jacobs.
He does, and he's just flown over to Eurovision as well.
Yes.
So I think with the SBS or one of those networks.
I'll be excited if I do see Joel Creasy on Eurovision this year. I'm hoping that I will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a person in or a celebrity in Australia you'd like to see at Eurovision?
Well, there is this singer-songwriter. She's not a drag queen, she's a girl. I do like Jessica Malboy.
Oh, she's gorgeous.
Yeah.
But you know she's already done Eurovision.
What
Yeah,
is
I
that?
know.
I'm not as dumb. What's Eurovision?
Eurovision. Well, I believe I heard last night on the show. I think there's a new presenter. She's going to cover it on one of the shows next week. I'll have to find out who. But Mariska, I think her name was. I'm not too sure. But Eurovision is just some. We'll bring it up. You're doing some quick. I'll even bring it up for you as well.
Eurovision.
It's a contest, eh?
It's a contest. So like literally every country in Europe submits an act.
Eurovision Song Contest.
That's right. So they submit an act, and they all compete against one another pretty much. And it's very flamboyant. It's very creative. It's very glitzy, glamoury. There's all sorts. Some are very out there acts. You know, there could be magicians. There's all sorts.
Yeah.
Musical performances. There's
It's talent.
yeah, it's
talent
been
general.
going for a long time. It's in. I think it's in Italy this year.
Yeah, I definitely love to watch it because drag queens are always my favorite. That high tea I went to, there was another drag queen event that I went to with my mum and my friend Tino. Mum surprised me by taking me to this
Whereabouts was that?
in Fremantle.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so this high tea cafe that I went to, so it was all music that was in, and I didn't see a person at first because all I could hear was music. So anyway, but then these two drag queens came out as soon as I came in the door, and they were providing like morning tea, like sandwiches, like coffee and cups of teas and everything. That was really great, and even like chocolate mousse and all of that was so good.
Oh, nice.
But even got to have a selfie with them as well.
Yeah, you will. And you will on the cruise as well if you come on the cruise. I'll make sure of
I'd
that,
love
don't
to.
worry.
So the cruise is just to confirm Tuesday.
It's Tuesday, the 17th of May, which actually is Ida Hoppet Day itself.
I'd love to go.
Soon.
Yeah, I will sort you a ticket, don't you worry.
Thanks.
There's something else I want to mention, if that's okay.
Yeah,
So
it's okay.
we've actually got. I'll touch on this as well when we're actually launching an LGBTI show here at the station.
Yeah.
But PFLAG, I don't know if you've ever heard of PFLAG, but another umbrella of Pride in Peel is PFLAG Mandurah now. So PFLAG is actually a support group which supports friends and family of people that identify as LGBTI. So say, for example, you're a parent and your child has come out or is struggling with their sexuality or gender. This group, it's headed by one of our board members, Nat. She actually can help support that family or that friend and how to navigate that conversation or navigate that language and give them emotional guidance as well, just to best support, because a lot of people don't know, like as we touched on before, how to quite not react, but how to navigate that situation. And it's not that it's a situation, but it's it's their life, and they're growing and they're learning and growing in their own skin.
It's like a mediator.
Yeah, how you best support them.
Yeah, I think some people they normally struggle coming out with their sexuality because it's hard for them. Some people might not want to talk about it, and I understand that, and I understand what it's like to go through that, because if a person was wanting to come out at their sexuality, they might not want to talk about it because it's too confronting for them, or they can't handle it, or it's not the right time.
That's right. So yeah, that support group is there, and that's on Facebook as well. And they meet twice a month at the Greenfields Family and Community Centre as well. So if any parents or friends of family out there that identify as, or they're an ally, or they've got someone that they think that they need help with guidance with, then they can hit that group up as well.
Well, that's lovely, and it's been great knowing about the Pride because it's given me a lot of information. I could go home and like the page on Facebook, and I'll be sure to give that show a watch, the drag queen show, RuPaul.
Oh, you must do that. If you like drag queens, you'll love that show because that's another contest. It's a bunch of drag queens all get together and they all compete against each other to become the next drag superstar.
I know, it sounds so good.
He's always, literally always talking to me about drag queens.
Oh.
I think we've seen, because I go out sometimes on Saturdays with him, just to bars and stuff. We haven't done it for a while, but I think we've seen a couple out, and he always gravitates towards and takes a photo, and yeah, it's good.
Well, they come
Very
up to
open
me and
guy.
start the conversation, or they usually say they think I'm so cute or really gorgeous to look at, which is understandable because I am a chick magnet myself.
Yeah.
Said magnetism, chick magnetism.
I know, it
I'm a
sounds
chick
so
magnet,
hilarious.
but I don't like the chicks in that way.
I know. But
Oh, that's funny.
one thing I can admit is that when Danny and I go out together, we have such a great time. You know, the bond is really important. And if we think about that for a second, isn't that what's most important, seeing the person having that happiness that they deserve?
Of course it is. And that's so great to hear.
Yeah, and it makes me feel happy because we've been doing this for a while now, working here at the radio.
That's great. How long's it been?
So it's been since February 2021 last year.
Oh, that's amazing. Congrats to you.
Thank
and
you.
And you as well.
Yeah, it's been a while. And we even moved. We were in a different, it was about 100 metres away, not 100, maybe a bit further, but just down the road, literally. And it was quite small and cooped up. And we were a small radio station. And now we're just so much bigger. We've got a huge premises. And yeah, over the last year, it's really built a lot. Talking with mayors, this, that. And I heard you've had a little run-in with that sort of political...
Yeah,
yes.
yes.
As well,
Well, I used to work at the radio, and I used to work for Coast FM for 4 years.
Oh, yeah.
So I was there, and I ran for council recently, which wasn't successful this time round, but statistically, it takes a few runs to get into local council, but that was definitely a unique experience. So,
you can't expect it the first time. You got to show your
exactly,
face around. And
but it was good fun, and I made a lot of new connections, and it was a great experience, and I'm looking forward to doing it again in a few years.
Well, all you can do is that when you do something, all you can do is motivate and try your best. You never give up. You've got to have that positive attitude to believe in yourself.
Yeah, that's right.
And just network your face around people when they just know you. There's more
Yeah.
people that see you around. It's
Exactly. It's all about building, and it's a ripple effect because I wear so many hats. I've got my own local business, got a marketing business, so that helps my business. It helps Pride in Peel, making new connections. And I'm here today meeting you guys, so that's great too.
And that's so lovely. We've enjoyed talking to you, and it's been great to know everything about that drag queen, but I'll be sure
You're
to give that
obsessed
show
with
a
that
watch.
cruise, aren't you? You can't wait. We'll get you there.
No, I cannot stop thinking about it, and I'm going to tell my mum about it as well.
Sounds good. Thanks so much for having me. And just,
You're
if you
welcome.
can't find the Facebook page, we've got the website as well, which is prideinpeel.com.au.
Yeah, I'll give the Pride and Peel website a Google on my phone tonight, if that helps.
Sounds good. That'd be great.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Thanks for your support, guys.
Thank you so much,
Appreciate it. Thanks
Stephen.
for having me.
Great having you
Cheers.
on.
Thank you. Right, here's one of my songs. This goes out to Danny. This is Skater Boy by Avril Lavigne.
Hey.